All right, good morning, everyone. We're ready to start.
Absolutely.
All right, who do we have up first with state all purpose?
Number 17, Mr. Keller.
Okay,
Good morning, Your Honor. This will be a negotiated plea.
all right, thank you.
Good morning. This is Pamela Westman for the state. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Filling in this morning. Would you want me to just jump into the negotiated offer? It's been a while since I've done SAP.
Oh, that's okay. I was going to say, because I don't know that we've met before, but that's why I say nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Yes,
too.
I will call the case and then tell us what the offer is, what the plea is.
Okay, thank you.
26 CR 000-460G. This is Matthew Keller, charged with 1 count of criminal trespass and 1 count of disorderly conduct.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Uh-huh.
The negotiated plea in this case is for count 1, criminal trespass, 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 2. It was a stay away from 3293 Main Street in College Park, which is the Valero gas station. Count 2, disorderly conduct. The negotiated offer is 12 months to serve 32 days, credit for time served, balance probated, behavioral health evaluation and treatment if necessary, no further contact with Akash Rokam. I can spell that if anyone needs it later. A stay away from 3293 Main Street, College Park, the Valero gas station, and 40 hours of community service. We ask that you accept this plea.
All right. And PD, is that your understanding and everything's good with the plea? Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And we'll get ready to start the plea. Mr. Keller, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Well,
All right. I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand your plea today and that it is free and voluntarily. The first question that I'm going to ask you is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol at this time that would impair your understanding?
no, ma'am.
All right. Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are prepared and agree to waive these rights today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone told you that you would receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation, your probation could be revoked or affected because of this guilty plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you also understand your conditions, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, I will accept your plea. All right, thank you.
Next, got 25, Mr. McDowell.
All right. This is 26 CR 000-505A. Arkeem McDowell, charged at 1 count of theft by receiving stolen property and a 2nd count of theft by deception. State.
Thank you, Your Honor. The negotiated plea in this case is for theft by receiving count 1, 12 months to serve 120 days, credit for time served, balance probated, an anti-theft course, no further contact with Myria Dorsey, no further contact with Bianca Davis, a stay away from the Path Church at 745 Bolton Road, Northwest Atlanta, 50 hours of community service, and count 2, 12 months probation to run consecutive with count 1. No further contact with, it looks like the same individuals, Miss Dorsey, Miss Davis, and stay away as well. And 50 hours of community service. And we would ask the defendant to stipulate to the facts.
All
Yes,
right.
stipulate for purposes of the plea.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. McDowell, I understand that you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Ma'am.
All right, put your hand down for me. Going to ask you a series of questions to make sure that you understand your plea and that it is free and voluntarily, okay?
Yeah.
First question is, are you under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol at this time that would impair your understanding?
Oh, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yeah.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Ma'am.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are prepared and agree to waive these rights today, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And has anyone told you that you receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am.
And has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And you do understand that if you're currently on probation, your probation could be revoked or affected because of this guilty plea here today.
Yeah.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you?
Ma'am.
And so as to the charge of theft by receiving stolen property, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the charge of theft by deception, how do you plead? All right, and you understand your conditions, is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, I will accept your guilty plea.
Excuse me, Judge, I just want to clarify with the conditions. He's to be on probation for 24 months? Is that what you're asking for?
Yes,
And he's gonna do a total of 100 hours of community service?
yes.
Okay, just want to make
Okay.
sure.
Right. No, best to be clear.
Got position 38.
All right, 38. Do we know which cases we have for the interpreter?
Position 34, 35. Positions
30.
34 and 35, Your Honor.
Okay. If we could kind of take them, I like to do that so we don't hold them up. I know they have many, many places that they circle around to have to go to different courts. So we'll try to get to you as soon as we can.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, position 38, 25 CR 008068F, Jamal Statham, charged with 3 counts of battery family violence and 2 counts of simple battery family violence.
Thank you, Your Honor. The negotiated plea for count 1, battery family violence, is 12 months to serve 180 days, credit for time served, balance probated, 12 weeks of anger management, no further contact with Daniel Statham, stay away from 2707 Hedgewood Drive Northwest. For count 2, battery family violence, it's 12 months probation to run concurrent to count 1, credit for time served, balance probated, 80 hours community service. Count 3, another battery family violence, 12 months probation to run consecutive to count 1 and 2, mental health evaluation and treatment, no further contact with Daniel Statham, again, same address. Count 4 would merge with count 1, count 5 merging with count 2, and continuous reporting.
All right.
And we ask the
It is-
defendant to stipulate to the facts.
Yes, Your Honor, we stipulate for purposes of the plea.
All right. And Mr. Statham?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury? I didn't hear you. Yes, you've got to speak up a little bit. The mic is back and the court reporter has to record your responses. Can you speak up a little bit? Say yes again.
Yes. I understand.
All right, I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure that you understand your plea, excuse me, and that it is free and voluntary, okay?
Uh,
All right, the first question that I'm going to ask you is, are you under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding of these proceedings at this time? All right. Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney? Yes, I'm wondering, is there something wrong with the volume? You can't hear Ms. Greenhouse, can you? No. Uh, ACDC?
Actually,
Okay, say that again. Think it's coming back in now. All right, are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes.
Okay. And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up or waiving the right to the presumption of innocence? Yes?
Yes.
All right. And that you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer? And you do agree and are prepared to waive these rights today, is that correct? Has anyone told you that you receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
Yes, Judge.
No, that's a yes or no. Has anyone um told you that you would receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty today?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, yeah, yes. Why?
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty? That was no?
Now you've been a lesser sentence.
Okay. Do you understand that if you currently are on probation, that probation could be affected because of your guilty plea today?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you? And again, let me ask you, as to the 3 counts of battery, family violence, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the 2 counts of simple battery, family violence, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, and you understand your conditions. You got quite a few conditions there.
Can't return to
Well, I
the.
didn't ask you to repeat them. I just wanted to make sure you understand them.
I understand, but I have to I understand, but I got some mail go to there, and I had to get my mail mailed out
Okay.
to my university. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to go to.
Well, you can't go to that address, so you understand that, and to stay away from certain individuals.
I have a credit card I had to get, altercation to get in. My credit card got missing, my ID got missing, and I have to.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Are you stating that you have some items at that address that you need to go back to get? Is that what you're stating?
I have to get my ID and my credit card.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. And it's kind of difficult because your attorney is not sitting there next to you. Counsel, he's stating that he has some items there. Sometimes when we're on with bond orders, we give them a one-time police escort to go back to get them. Is that something that we can add to this, please? Hold on a second.
Yes,
State them. Okay.
yes,
All
that'll be
right.
fine.
So you will get a one-time police escort to go back to that property to pick up your personal belongings, but you cannot go back by yourself. You must arrange and schedule it with the police so that they are there with you. Because if not, then you will be violating the terms of your probation and you will be arrested again. So you have to wait until you can get the police to schedule and meet you there, okay?
I'll call the police when
Right. Make sure that they're there with you, okay? All right. And that will be it. So I'll accept your plea and we're done, okay? All right.
I do more just I'm gonna go.
I'm sorry.
Position number 2.
All right, this is 26 CR 0000469A. Detavia Baker, charged with 1 count of interference with custody.
Your Honor, I don't know if the defendant is accepting a plea. It's a conflict attorney. I know what our offer is.
Oh, I think I saw Miss McLeod. Where did she go?
Let me clarify something.
Okay.
This person was represented with the PD department at the SEA counter, and apparently they indicated that this person needs a conflict attorney. Not one has not been assigned. When we get this information on these announcements, we just now finding out that all of a sudden that this individual needs a conflict attorney. So one has to be assigned. We just now finding this information out. So if Ms.
And
McLeod
Ms.
comes
McLeod?
on, if she comes
Good
on.
morning, Your
There she is. There
If
she
comes
is.
on this, yeah,
I'm
I'm
here.
saying, if she wants to accept it, she can accept it, but I'm just letting you know, one was not personally assigned.
What is the name of this individual?
Detavia Baker.
She's position
No,
number 2
it
on the
was not
calendar.
assigned. I was asked actually to represent someone today. Mr. Jordan asked me yesterday, but it's a different person, and I've already spoken with him.
Okay.
That's position number 20, Ms. McLeod, you're talking
That is
about Morrow?
correct,
Yeah.
Mr. Morrow. Yes.
Well, y'all can ask her if she wants to take this other case on.
All right, Miss McLeod, what would you like to do? Would you like to speak to Miss Baker?
I did speak with Ms. Baker.
Okay. They're gonna.
Yes, ma'am. I would like to defend myself and plead my case because I'm not guilty in the charges and I have proof.
This is not a trial. This is
Yes,
not a
and
hearing day. This is just a plea calendar. So it's either yes or no to take the plea offer. Have you been told about a plea offer?
No, ma'am, I haven't.
Okay,
And
and that's why Miss
even if you're
McLeod.
told you don't have to accept the plea offer, I would
Right.
just explain to you what the state is offering. And if you said no, that's perfectly okay. Then I would talk to you about how I would represent you, and
Yes.
you would share with me the evidence that you have.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna call you Ms. McLeod.
All
Okay.
right.
Can we
Hey,
go to
Judge
position number
Missy.
13?
Yes.
Can we get a breakout session in courtroom number 1 with the interpreter?
Okay.
Which interpreter? We have a Spanish and we have a Russian. Which one?
Spanish interpreter. I sent an email out yesterday evening saying we wouldn't need the Russian interpreter due to a medical reset.
Okay.
All right. Which position is the medical reset?
It is position 30.
Okay. And Miss Moore, is it Moore? M-O-H-R?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Yes, Ms. Moore, Russian interpretation. So the case is dismissed for today, you saying, Your Honor?
Yes, it's gonna be reset, a medical reset, so they may be calling back, but it won't be heard today. So
All right.
yes, you are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please call
All
us
right.
if you need us. Thank you.
We
Bye-bye.
will, thank you.
Is there currently a Spanish interpreter on the line?
Do we have one, Miss Lewis?
We
I
have
can't
one
see.
that's coming. I don't see him on the line at this time.
We have one coming, they just have not arrived yet.
That's correct. And this case is gonna be reset to next Thursday, the medical reset?
Yes, please.
Okay.
We'll hold a second on the interpreter. Soon as he or she arrives, we'll put you all in a breakout room.
Position number 13.
Okay,
I missed the number. I'm sorry. Was that 15?
13.
Thank you.
Donaldson,
Yes, ma'am. Grand Rising, Your Honor.
okay. This is 26 CR 0000516E, Brandy Donaldson, charged with 1 count of theft by shoplifting, 2nd count simple battery, third count, drugs not in original container, and fourth count, possession and use of drug-related objects. State?
I believe this is Mrs. McLeod's case, and I don't know if they're
Oh, is
accepting
this
an
Ms.
offer.
McLeod?
Looks like it, I think.
Okay. Did she leave us?
No, she's talking to the individual. That is correct. This is Ms.
Oh,
McLeod.
she's in the,
So if y'all guys can hold off on her cases and go to the next one that's
Okay.
represented by a PD, we'll appreciate it.
yes, Ms. McLeod's in the breakout or interviewing on the phone, either way.
We can do number 18, Mr. Lowe.
Okay.
Just the board.
This is 26 CR 0000504A, Hassan Lowe, charge of one count possession of drug-related objects, the second count of criminal trespass.
This is a PD case, I believe, and I am unaware if they're taking the plea.
All right, what are we doing, PDs?
Yes, Your Honor, we have a few things to ask for the plea. It's my understanding that Mr. Lowe has already done a BHET. He completed one in December.
Well, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me have the state read the offer first, and then you can tell me which parts
Okay.
you accept or don't accept, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
For possession, count one, possession of drug-related objects, the offer is 12 months probation to run concurrent with count two, ADET, alcohol drug evaluation and treatment prior to release. They're asking the evaluation at least. Count two, 12 months to serve 26 days, credit for time served, balance probated, BHET. I'm not under something SW, visit for housing. Does this mean with an officer? I'm sorry, PD. I don't know. I don't know what that meant. Do you know what that means?
Yes, it's a social worker visit.
Oh, thank you. Social worker visit for housing, a stay away from Camelot condominiums at 5655 Old National Highway, Atlanta, 60 hours community service. And I apologize for not saying your name.
That's okay. All right.
Yes, Your Honor. So for the ADET, it's my understanding that Mr. Lowe will be going back to a rehab program / recovery program. So I'd be asking that we not include that in his plea, Your Honor, as well as the BHET. He completed one in December, Your Honor, from Valor Behavioral Health. And he actually does have housing, so he's not going to need the social worker visit for housing.
All right, state.
Can he show the proof of the BHET then to probation, as well as see if probation agrees with the ADET? I don't really have a problem with the ADET if he is going in, but I need some kind of proof that he is going back there, or probation does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes, he said he will be able to provide that to probation.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So as long as those things are completed, technically when he signs up for probation, they will be, as they say, checked off or marked off as complete. So that is fine, PD, but we will put them in there as requirements, but we can add a notation that they have already been completed, but proof should be shown. Okay.
Okay, and then I would just be asking for him to go non-reporting once these terms have been completed.
Does the state have any objection to that? I don't know his criminal history.
Let me. Oh, I see here. There's 13 cycles.
Any
There is
FTAs?
Yeah, no, but there's several criminal trespasses, which is one of the charges here.
Okay.
And possession, well, that was no pros. Willful obstruction. Yeah, there's several criminal trespasses.
Is this a 24-month probation? Or 12?
I believe it's 12.
12.
Yeah, concurrent. Yes, it is.
Concurrent. I see it. All right. because of his history, I'm not going to allow him to go non-reporting. I think that my thought is if he's going to be in the facility or recovery program, it may be difficult for him to report. Is that your thinking, PD?
Yes, Your Honor.
As long as he's in the recovery program and positively participating in there, we will waive the reporting, but he's going to have to let them know and keep up with that. It's going to be on him because if they, want to revoke him because they haven't heard from him, then that's going to be an issue. I sometimes say keep up with your attorneys, but I try not to say that once they're on probation. Were you going to say something, Ms. Lewis?
Yeah, because y'all all over the place. I'm just trying to get.
I know, right? What you need to write on the form. I'm sorry.
On the plea. So is he's gonna do the AEDT? He's just not gonna do the BHET.
Well, he's not even doing the ADET. He's had that as well, and he's
Okay,
going
so
into
he's
this
not-
program. So he
we're
just
putting-
needs to show proof.
He's to show
that
proof
he's
of the AEDT and show proof of the BHET,
both. Yes.
and he's gonna go non-reporting after completion of these conditions? Or he's still
Yes,
got-
as long as he is in the treatment program.
Okay.
Did I say that
And-
right?
And yeah, normally they go non-reporting after completion of all the conditions. Probation will, clarify all that because he still has 60 hours of community service to do.
Right. Okay. Then it will be correct on there. That recovery program is a in-house residency program. Is it 12 months, 6 months? Do you have any knowledge of that, PD?
He said 90 days, Your Honor.
Oh, 90 days. That's a shorter period. Well, after the 90 days, he's going to still need to report because of the other conditions that he needs to complete.
Right, so my then question would be, would he be able to do non-reporting once he's complete with those conditions?
Once he's complete with those, the state has a slight objection to it, I believe, and I might as well, just to make sure that he's continuing to stay out of trouble. So no, we're not going to allow him to go non-reporting once he gets out and completes the community service. He's going to have to still report.
Okay, so only non-reporting while he's in the program?
Right. That's the only time, which will be roughly 90 days or so. Can we do it that way, Miss Lewis? Or say it that way?
Probation is gonna clarify, pretty much y'all just saying he's gonna be on probation for the whole the duration of the 12 months. And that's pretty much about it. He's going to report every day and until further notice. Until y'all make a decision to go non-reporting, whatever, but you're trying to say, you can't just split it. I mean, we
Right.
don't
It's
know, we
either
don't know
all or
nothing about the program. We don't know if,
Right.
y'all saying 90 days not to report, probation, if you want to chime in on this, you can, because he's had to be intake with y'all, so y'all know more than I do.
Judge, could he just report by phone?
Thank you
Sure.
so much.
And that should solve it. Report by phone. All right. So,
Thank you.
Mr. Lowe, understand that you wish to take a guilty plea. Is that correct today? Or enter a guilty plea?
Yes.
All right. PDs, you all stipulate to facts and venue?
Yes, Your Honor, for purposes of the plea.
Okay. All right, I'm going to ask you a series of questions, Mr. Lowe, to make sure that you understand your plea and the conditions as well, okay? First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
I'm not.
Are you, I'm sorry, go back. Raise your right hand for me. I forgot to swear you in. I apologize. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding?
I'm not, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes,
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
I do.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes,
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
yes, Your Honor.
And do you agree, and are you prepared to agree to waive these rights today?
Yes, I am.
Has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No.
And you do understand that if you're currently on probation, that probation could be revoked or affected by a guilty plea today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you?
Yes, I do.
As to the plea of possession of drug-related objects, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, and you do understand your conditions and the terms, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you will have to report by phone for the full 12 months, or at least until you're back out of the program, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and then you've got your community service. All right, I will accept your plea.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
We have an announcement for position 19, Your Honor. That's going to be not guilty.
All right. And that would be further notice.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
You doing a waiver on that?
Yes, I'll send it to you in a second.
I'm not in a hurry. I just want to say, when you said not guilty, waive an arraignment with set for trial, that be more clarified when I do my documentation. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Yes, we can go to number 12, Mr. Docs.
12. Okay.
Doc. Oh. Mr. Docs.
This is 26 CR 0000474E. Andre Docs, charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. State.
Thank you, Your Honor. The negotiated plea in this case is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated, social worker visit for housing, no further contact with Brian Silver, a stay away from 1719 Morris Avenue, East Point, and 40 hours of community service. I do have a note here that, and this is for the public defender, that the victim is also asking, it's a duplex, so 17, can we add 17 as well as 1717 and 1719 Morris Avenue to that? Any objections to that?
Mr. Docs, you don't live there, correct?
No.
Okay, no objection.
Thank you. We ask that you accept this plea and ask the defendant to stipulate to the facts for purposes of the plea.
All right. You so stipulate, Mr. White, PD
Your Honor,
White?
stipulate for the purposes of plea, we would just ask the probation terminator go non-reporting upon completion of all of his requirements.
All right, state. You have any objection to non-reporting?
Let me just look at his history, Your Honor.
Okay.
He does have history in Texas and Illinois, and in Georgia, 8 cycles, disorderly conduct, a fugitive warrant out of Texas from 2012, a 2019 possession. He's on probation for loitering 4 times, 2025 public junk. I think he could use reporting. It's got 8
All right.
cycles in here in Georgia and history in Texas and Illinois.
And Your Honor, I would just argue that reporting is all they're going to require him to do is come in and pay the $50. I mean, it's not like they're giving counseling, and if he gets any more trouble, he'll be rearrested.
All right, what I can do is, he can report for the full 12 months, but I will, waive 6 months of the, fees. If that's kind of in the middle.
Thank
How's
you, Your
that?
Honor.
Okay. All right, let's do that. All right, if we've got the terms together, we'll start. Mr. Dox, I understand that you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right. And come a little closer, speak up, and you can put your hand down. Make sure the court reporter can hear you, okay? All right, I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand your plea and that it is free and voluntary. First question is, are you under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
No. No.
Are you okay? Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes.
And you are prepared and agree to waive these rights today, is that correct?
Yes.
Has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No.
And you understand that if you're currently on probation, it could be affected by a guilty plea today?
Yes.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes.
So as to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, I will accept your guilty plea, and you will be reporting for the full 12 months, but I'll waive 6 months of the fees. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Position 13, Ms. Donaldson at ACDC.
Oh, okay.
ACDC, can you give me a call once you're finished with this person? I have to speak with Miss Thomas, position 39.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, this is, there she goes. All right, this is 26 CR 000516E, Brandy Donaldson, charged at 1 count of theft by shoplifting. Next count is simple battery. 3rd count, drugs not in original container. And 4th count, possession and use of drug-related objects. And Ms. McLeod, what are we doing?
This is going to be a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, state.
Okay, thank you. The offer for count 1, theft by shoplifting, is 12-month probation, concurrent with count 2, an anti-theft course, a stay away from Greens discount at 737 Ponce de Leon Avenue, Northeast Atlanta. Count 2 is 12 months to serve 28 days. Credit for time served, balance probated. This is a simple battery. No further contact with Gregory Jarahayan. No further contact with Helen Abza. A stay away from Greens discount at the same address. And 40 community service hours. Count 3 is 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 2. Count 4 is 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 2 as well, and it's ADET. We ask that you accept this and that the defendant stipulate to the facts for purposes of the plea.
We do so stipulate, and those are the terms which I explained to my client.
Okay. All right. And Ms. Donaldson, I understand you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Raise your right hand so I can swear you in first. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Put your hand down for me. I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you do understand your plea and that it is free and voluntary. Okay. First question is, are you under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And you understand that if you're on probation, it could be affected by a guilty plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you?
Yes, ma'am.
As to the charge of theft by shoplifting, how do you plead?
Guilty.
As to the charge of simple battery, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Charge of drugs not in original container?
Guilty.
And as to the charge of possession and use of drug-related objects?
Guilty.
All right, I will accept your guilty plea to the charges, and you understand the conditions. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. McLeod.
We got position 2, Justice Baker.
Miss Westman, I sent you a message in the chat.
Yes, I saw. Thank you. I'm just looking at that.
All right, this is 26 CR 000469A. Detavia Baker, charged of 1 count of interference with custody.
Your Honor, I will be entering appearance on our behalf and waiving arraignment, and we would like this case to be placed on the earliest available trial calendar.
All right. All right. Is that it for you today?
No, Your Honor, I do have another person.
Oh, you have one more. Okay.
I do have Mr. Morrow.
He's right here.
Oh, good. Okay.
I have a counter offer from Ms. McLeod. I just need to look at his priors.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
that's the holdup.
Okay, we'll wait a second.
Can we just come back to this for in a moment?
Okay.
I just need to look
I
into
am
something.
fine with that.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. McLeod.
You're welcome.
All right, we're doing number 14, Mr. Howard.
Okay. right, this is 26 CR 0000503C. Montevious Howard charged with 1 count of theft by shoplifting, 2nd count of criminal trespass.
Wait, so that is? Yeah.
Apologies, I was looking for that unmute button. Thank you.
Mhm.
The negotiated plea here for count 1, theft by shoplifting, is 12 months to serve 60 days, credit for time served, balance probated, anti-theft course, $500 fine, stay away from all Walmart premises / property. And I'm sorry, I don't
In
understand.
accordance, that's what it means.
Thank you. In accordance with the active ban, 40 hours of community service, count 2, 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 1, and the same conditions, stay away from the premises in accordance with the active ban.
I don't know if it's gonna be guaranteed, but I'll ask. Okay.
All right,
Yes, the defendant stipulated the facts.
Mr. White.
Your Honor, so stipulated for the purposes of the plea. We just asked that the $500 fine be converted to community service, another 50 hours of community service, that'd be 90 total. And we asked that his probation terminator go non-reporting upon completion of all of his requirements.
All right, State.
No objections.
All right,
Get out.
all right, and Mr. Howard, I understand that you wish to plead guilty, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to swear you in and then ask you a series of questions. Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury? I'm sorry?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, put your hand down for me. The first question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol at this time that would impair your understanding?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence? And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you are giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself? And that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Sure.
Has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation, your probation could be affected by this guilty plea today?
But how?
I said, if you're on probation, it could be affected by this guilty plea today. Do you understand that? Or is it something you need to ask your attorney?
If I'm gonna take a year probation, wait 90 hours of community service, why can't
No, that's for the plea for today.
okay, if I take it, why is this can't get out today instead of going
No,
60?
that was if you had some other probation from a different case. Not this case.
Will I be able to get out today?
I'm sorry?
Able to get out today?
In 24 hours, as far as I know, I can't promise you that because I don't know if you have any other holds. They
No,
will.
Mr. Howard, as we discussed yesterday, you have another 15 days to do.
You know what I was saying? If I'm gonna take 90 hours of community service and a year of probation, why is it can't get out today if I'm gonna take all that?
Ms. Howard, we discussed this yesterday. That's not the offer. If you don't want to, I can talk to you again. I can talk to you again on the phone if you'd like. But if you don't want to accept the offer, that's fine.
I take it.
Okay.
All right. So you have an understanding and you wish to take the plea offer today. Is that correct?
Sure.
All right. So as to the charge of theft by shoplifting, how do you plead? And as to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead? I'm sorry? All right, so do you offer again this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you and the conditions? And I think the biggest one is that you have an active ban from Walmarts in Fulton County. You understand that? Okay. All right, I will accept your guilty plea, and that'll be it for today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Next we go to 21 through 24, Mr. Marshall.
All right, 24. Is it 23 and 24? 26 CR 0004598. Kamari Marshall, charged with 1 count of theft by shoplifting, and position 24 is the FTA.
And there's a 21 and it's 21 through 24, I believe.
Oh,
And I would ask if the PD, is this a stipulated plea?
all right. Sorry about that. Let me get the others. I didn't see that was position 21.
Or non-negotiated? Non-negotiated.
Okay. 25 CR 0004129B. That is 1 count of theft by shoplifting. Position 22 is 25 CR 00579G. The charge is loitering and prowling. And then I've already read 23 and 24.
Is this a negotiated plea? Asking the PD?
Yes, it's a negotiated plea. We'd just be asking for for the probation to terminate once he's completed his terms, and if not, terminate to go non-reporting.
Okay, let me look at his. He's got 4 cases. He has 4 previous cycles. I'm sorry. Cruelty and arrest for cruelty to children in the second, and criminal damage to property in the second. Well, let me just read the offer, and then we can get to that just to see what we need to do. So the offer in this case is 12 months probation to run concurrent. It's a global to run concurrent with 26 CR 000459B. A stay away from Dillard's at 710 North Point Circle, Alpharetta. We have 30 hours of community service. And this is also a global offer with 25 CR 005079G and 25 CR 005079G. The offer for loitering and prowling is 12 months probation to run concurrent with 26 CR 000459B. BHET, no further contact with Alexis Clark, a stay away from 411 Pine Street, Northeast Atlanta, 20 hours of community service in that case. In 23, 12 months to serve 32 days, credit for time served, balance probate and anti-theft course, stay away from Target at 375 18th Street, Atlanta, 30 hours of community service. And in 24, the failure to appear, that would be null pros upon plea to the underlying offense, which he's doing. So there is quite a bit of community service there. I think 30, 50, 80 hours total, and some stayaways. I think that's, given the nature, once the community service is done, I think I would have no objection to that.
So once the community service, all the conditions are completed, we're going to terminate.
And the anti-theft, yep.
And the anti-theft will terminate. Okay.
And the
Okay.
BHET. Sorry, there's quite a few things there. But
Well,
yes, once
yeah,
all the
and
terms,
that's
yeah.
what I said, once all
Yeah.
the terms are
Yeah,
completed,
thank
we'll
you, Your Honor.
terminate. All right, and so Mr. Marshall,
Yes, ma'am.
all right, I understand that you wish to plead guilty to these charges, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to swear you in first. Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, put your hand down for me. I'm going to ask you a series of questions and make sure that you understand your plea and all the terms and conditions and that it is free and voluntary, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm sorry, did the PD stipulate?
Yes, we stipulate for purposes of the plea, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, and Mr. Marshall,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
first question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer? Could you hear me?
Can you repeat that for me?
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer? Do you understand that you're giving up those rights?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you are prepared and agree to waive these rights today, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone told you that you will receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And you do understand that if you're currently on probation, it could be affected by this plea today.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you?
Yes, ma'am.
So as to the charge of theft by shoplifting, how do you plead?
Guilty.
As to the charge of loitering and prowling, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Another count of theft by shoplifting, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right. And so I believe those are all the charges that we have today. And you understand the conditions and your community service, you have quite a bit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so once you complete all of the conditions, then you can terminate, but you've got to complete everything.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I will accept your plea.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Your Honor, could my client go next?
Yes, there he is. That was position,
20, Your Honor.
what position was it?
20.
20. That's right. All right, this is 26 CR 0000514F. Khalil Morrow, charged with 1 count of cruelty to children, 3rd degree, 2nd count of battery, 3rd count of criminal trespass.
Your Honor, we
Sorry, go
would
ahead.
like to see if we can get his bond modified. He currently has a cash bond of 3,285, I believe, which he's not in a position to make that bond at all. So we would like to ask the court to consider modifying his bond.
All right. And you're waiving arraignment and he's pleading not guilty?
Yes, Your Honor, I will be doing that, and I would be requesting that his case be returned to the division judge to be placed on the earliest available trial calendar. But in the meantime, he's sitting on a cash-only bond, Your Honor, and we are seeking to have that modified.
All
And
right.
Your Honor, if I may,
Right.
there's 14 cycles, DUI, this cruelty to children, 3rd degree, battery, criminal trespass. I'm sorry, these are the charges, cruelty to children, 3rd degree, battery, criminal trespass. He has the 2020-25 DUI. He has a criminal trespass, family violence in 2023, a battery, substantial physical harm, 2022 ag assault, strangulation, false imprisonment, that was no prost. A reckless driving from 2017 that was fled down from a DUI. He's got FTAs in 2022, 2 in 2023, another in 2025, a probation violation in 2021. The facts in this case are that, you know, his 4-year-old daughter was there. The incident took place on January 16th in Union City. There was a physical dispute, and the officers were approached by the victim, Miss Yasmin Stevens, and her 4-year-old daughter, Miss Winter Rose Stevens. The defendant, who she knows, was putting his hands on her, hitting her, broke the passenger side rear window of their car with a black plastic pole-like object. Defendant also poured an unknown liquid all over the inside of her car. Ms. Stevens showed the officer a video of the defendant sitting in the car as they argued, where she stated that he punched the front window and began to it began to show marks. He claimed to be by the defendant's handprints, so I guess there's marks on the windows. When asked for his side of the story, let's see. The defendant, could only answer questions and not tell what happened. Officers did see blood on his hands. And so there's that proof there. So they also saw that the daughter was verbal, and she was able to explain what she witnessed during the altercation. She said the defendant broke her mommy's window and scared me, so I ran. You know, that's a scary incident for a little girl. And I just asked, based on the severity, you know, of this, and then there was pictures of a bruise and a welt to the victim's hand, and she was transported to the hospital. And obviously it really impacted this 4-year-old. So I would ask that the bond stay the same based on the severity of the case.
Community service is the answer.
All right. And usually I know that we will sometimes order cash bonds if there's been any prior cases with the same defendant as well. Do we have that?
I do not believe so, Your Honor.
I don't think so.
Is he a Georgia resident?
He is, Your Honor.
How old?
I believe he is,
How old is he? He was born in March 97.
Okay.
We're talking about position number 20, Mr. Morrow?
Yes, yes.
He doesn't have a cash bond. He has 3,285 surety bond.
Okay, I thought you said it was a cash bond.
No.
But the bond order that I received.
No, it's a surety bond, and that's what he has posted on his booking screen. It's a surety
Okay,
bond.
well, that's okay.
Hmm.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Your Honor. I was under the impression it was a cash bond because the bond order that I was sent says it was a cash bond.
It was split, Miss. I know what you're talking about. The top part says cash or
Yes.
surety
Okay.
property. Yeah. So it's a surety bond.
Okay, so I'm going to be entering appearance on his behalf on waiving arraignment, and I would like his case to be placed on the first available
Okay.
calendar because he clearly has not been able to pay this bond.
All right. Well, given the circumstances, I will not reduce the bond. I will leave it at the 3,285 surety bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that
All right.
concludes my business before the court today. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
All right, next we have number 15, Mr. Hughes. No, not Mr. Hughes.
Yes, you will.
43, 44, Mr. Varner.
Okay. This is 25 CR 007839J. Jimmy Varner, charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. And then the second case is 26 CR 000464J. He's charged with 1 count of theft of services. Okay.
PD, is this a negotiated plea?
Negotiated plea. Can you hear me?
Oh, say that again.
This will be a negotiated plea.
Okay, thank you. The negotiated plea and offer in this case, on the first case, 25 CR 007839J, 12 months probation to run concurrent with the other case, 26 CR 000464J, for the criminal trespass first case, 12 months probation, BHET, a stay away from the Texaco gas station at 2067 Delow Drive, East Point. On the second case, ending in 464J, for theft of service, it's 12 months to serve 32 days, credit for time served, balance probated, an anti-theft course, a stay away from the Village Tavern at 11555 Rainwater Drive, Alpharetta, and 30 hours of community service. And we would ask that the defendant stipulate to the facts for purposes of the plea.
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea. Your Honor, we would request 3 months, a minimum of 3 months of his probation fees waived. My client is currently experiencing homelessness, so he will have to establish housing as well as income. And that will help, of course, him be in compliance with his probation orders, conditions, and we are asking that once he completes the terms of probation, that he be allowed to go on non-reporting.
Okay, stay. Let's see what we have history-wise on the going non-reporting.
Don't forget you got pretrial on there that can read the history.
Oh, are they on?
Yes, they are.
I didn't realize they were on pretrial. Pretrial may have stepped away. Go ahead, ASG Westman, if you have it.
One moment. I'm sorry, I just moved away from that case for one moment. What number was it again?
This is Jimmy Varner, number 43 and 44.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. 43 and 44. Apologies, Your Honor. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. He has 8 cycles as far as convictions. 2024 Paulding County obstruction and disorderly conduct. An arrest in as far as arrests, 2024 there was a criminal trespass that was no prost, felony obstruction and misdemeanor obstruction charges. That was a deferred sentence of 4 years, and he's 4 years. Served 1, I believe. FTAs, that doesn't show any probation violations in 2024 and 2023. An open case of criminal trespass in 2025. It appears that there was another shoplifting out of Clayton County, December 11th, 2025. And that's all.
Your Honor, as I previously stated, my client has been battling homelessness, which is the basis for these similar charges. We do have our social worker present. She'll be speaking with him shortly regarding housing resources. He's just trying to take accountability for this case and reestablish himself. So that's why we're asking for the fee waivers as well as non-reporting once he completes all the terms.
All right, I will waive 3 months of the probation fees, but I think he can report for the full 12 months, but I'll just waive 3 months of the fees. All right. Mr. Varner, are you ready to take a plea?
What I was gonna do is I was gonna explain my situation.
Yes.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Go ahead. No, ma'am. I mean, the situation is like that I'm dealing with homeless, you know, and that's what I was trying to
Can
explain
you
to them.
mute this?
So really, but
Your Honor, can we recall this case? I need to speak with my client further.
Okay. All right.
We go to number 3, Mr. Barr.
Okay.
And that's going to be a negotiated plea.
Okay. This is 26 CR 0000318F David Baugh. Charge of 1 count of driving improper erratic lane change. 2nd count driving without a valid license. 3rd driving in emergency lane, and 4 reckless driving.
Thank you. The negotiated plea that we would ask that you accept is for count 1, 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 4, a $265 fine, and count 2, 12 months probation to run also concurrent with count 4, $1,000 fine, and no driving, an order of no driving without a valid license. Count 3, 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 4, 40 hours of community service. Count 4, 12 months to serve 6 days, credit for time served, balance probated. Operation 21 law and decision-making course. We ask that the defendant stipulate to the facts here.
Your Honor, we stipulate for the purposes of the plea, we would just ask to convert the fines, I believe, to, it would be 166. We'll just round it up to 167 hours of community service. Ask that his probation terminate or go non-reporting once he completes all of the community service and his course. Also, I'm sorry, and we'd like to enter this as a NOLO, Judge.
By state, can you go non-reporting?
I can agree to that, and I'm not sure. I'd have to look at his history to find out if he's, if he can do a NOLO.
Well, as everybody's aware, I mean, DDS is its own little fiefdom, and they will, if he's not eligible for the NOLO, they will just kick it in as a guilty. So.
As a guilty. Okay. All right, Mr. Baugh. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I understand that you wish to plead guilty to the charges today. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury? Okay. You have to speak a little louder into the mic so that the court reporter can hear you, okay? Okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
Do medication. No.
Okay. Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes.
All right. Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up or waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes.
And that you're giving up or waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself? You have to say the words.
Yes.
Okay. And that you are giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer? And that are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes.
And has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you're on probation, it could be affected by the guilty plea today? And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you?
Yes, ma'am.
To the charge of driving improper lane change, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Driving without a valid license
Guilty.
and driving in an emergency lane
Guilty.
and reckless driving.
Guilty.
What were you going to say, Mr. White?
And just to be clear, we are asking for the NOLO at this point, so.
And I'm sorry, I should have said NOLO, please. And these are all NOLO, please. Is that correct, Mr. Baugh? And I'm sorry, I should have said NOLO, please. Okay. All right. And you understand your community service, quite a few hours.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I will accept the NOLO plea.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
You got position 39, ACDC, Ms. Thomas.
Okay.
This will be a negotiated plea, Your Honor. We'd just be asking for the probation to terminate when she's completed her terms.
Okay.
What position was this? I apologize.
39.
Thank
Is
you.
pretrial on yet?
Yeah,
Pretrial. Are they there?
Ms. Washington?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Can you give me the history for 39, Lenise Thomas? Let me call it 23 CR 00818 Lenise Thomas, charge of 1 count of theft by taking.
There are 4 arrest cycles. There appeared to be an arrest from 2018 out of DeKalb County for criminal trespass. No disposition was listed. A 2016 arrest for theft by shoplifting with APD, and no disposition is listed. Nothing further.
All right. State, do you have any objection to probation terminating after this defendant completes all of her conditions?
The only thing I would add is that there was an FTA in 2026.
My understanding that was supposed to be null crossed.
Oh, that's probably this one then. Okay. All
Okay.
right. Thank you. I just had a, that. Okay. Then no objection.
Okay. All right. So she will go non-reporting once probation will terminate once all the conditions are completed. Terminate. All right, we'll start the plea. Ms. Thomas, I understand that you wish to plead guilty. Is that, I'm sorry.
Do you want me to read out the offer?
I should start with that. Yes.
Sorry. Okay.
That's all right. Thank you.
All right. No
Go ahead,
problem.
State.
Okay, and number 39, 20, the one ending in 8184C that she's pleading to, the theft by taking, it's 12 months to serve 20 days, credit for time served, balance probated, anti-theft course, no further contact with Talia Rowell, stay away from 806 Eloise Court, Southeast Atlanta. There's $386 of restitution to Talia Rowell and 30 hours of community service. And yes, and number 40, we will no process that upon plea to the underlying offense. Thank you.
Great. Okay. PD, you so stipulate?
Yes, Your Honor, we stipulate for purposes of the plea.
All right, thank you. All right, now, Ms. Thomas, I understand that you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct?
Are you open for?
I didn't hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, raise your right hand for me.
What hand? What you say? What hand?
Right.
All right.
Mhm. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, focus with me. I'm trying to swear you in before I take your plea. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury? Okay, what did you say?
I said yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay, all right. You can put your hand down. I'm gonna ask you a series of questions so that I can make sure that you understand your plea and that it is free and voluntary. Okay? First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
Yes, what?
All right. Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
I didn't hear you. What the first thing you said?
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, I'm satisfied, but I'm talking about the little thing, the little line you said something about drugs, medication.
Are you under the influence of any unprescribed medication,
Oh, no, no, ma'am.
drugs,
I'm sorry.
and your understanding is clear? Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you do agree and are prepared to waive these rights today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you're on probation, it could be affected by a guilty plea here today? Huh? Did you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I did.
All right. And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so as to the charge of theft by taking, how do you plead?
Yes, ma'am.
As to the charge of theft by taking, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Guilty. Okay. All right. I will accept your guilty plea and your probation will terminate once you've completed all the conditions. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, going to 4 and 5, Mr. Brooks.
Okay.
Your Honor, this is going to be a negotiated plea.
Okay.
No, how you doing?
This is 24 CR 008017A Napoleon Brooks, charged with 1 count of criminal trespass and damage to property.
I'm listening.
State.
Thank you, Your Honor. The negotiated plea in this case is 12 on the criminal trespass and damage to property, 12 months probation to serve 60 days, credit for time served, balance probated, an anti-theft course, a stay away from 1679 Melrose Drive Southwest, no further contact with Mary Miller, and case 26 FTA 000195 is going to be null prost upon plea to this underlying offense. We ask the defendant stipulate to the facts.
Your Honor, for the purposes of plea, just ask that his probation terminator go non-reporting once he completes the requirements.
Who's Mary Miller? I'm not concerned.
It's not going to be an issue if you don't know, just stay away. Like we
Alright.
just, there you go.
Yeah, you know. You said time served.
Can you hear this?
on this.
All right. And are you ready to accept the plea as you heard? All right, raise your right hand for me. I'm sorry.
Left.
Raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in to take the plea. If you're ready to do that. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury? Is that a yes or no?
Accept.
Accept, okay. All right, put your hand down for me and I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand your plea and that it is free and voluntary, okay? First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time? I'm sorry?
Ezra.
Uh-huh.
Ezra.
What word did you say?
Ezra. 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 Ezra.
What does that mean?
Respiratory.
Okay.
No,
but-
I didn't ask you to name anything. I just said, is there anything that you're taking that would impair your understanding, that would make you not able to understand?
Whatever that mean, understand?
You understand? Okay. Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
He's Spanish.
You see your attorney on the screen?
I've been on Mr. Tom White. I'm just
Yeah, Mr. Tom White. That is your attorney, correct?
correct.
And you're satisfied with his services?
Accept.
Okay. And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Accept.
And you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Deny.
You're giving up and waiving your right to trial by jury by pleading guilty?
Deny.
Did he say deny?
Deny.
PD, what word is he saying? Is he saying deny or
Accept.
accept? Okay. And you agree and are prepared to waive these rights today by pleading guilty. Is that correct?
Accept.
Accept, okay. And has anyone told you that you will receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty? Okay, has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty? Huh?
Yep.
Accept that, okay. And do you understand that if you're currently on probation, it could be affected by a guilty plea today? Huh?
Yep.
Okay. And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yep.
Okay. And so as to the charge of criminal trespass and damage to property, how do you plead?
Accept.
Accept? Do you plead guilty?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. All right. And you understand your conditions, correct? Okay. All right. I will accept your plea.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
All right, we're going back to number 43 and 44, Mr. Varner.
Okay. All right, Mr. Varner, this is 25 CR 007839J. You're charged with one count of criminal trespass in that case. And in the second case, 26 CR 000464J, you're charged with one count of theft of services. And I think where we left off, I had 8 cycles and we were talking about waiving 3 months of your probation fees due to being residentially challenged. So are you willing to accept the plea offer from the state at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Do you want to read that again, state, so we kind of have the record
Certainly, Your Honor.
together here? Mm-hmm.
Sure. In 25 CR 78339J for criminal trespass, it is 12 months probation to run concurrent with number 44 on the calendar, which is 26 CR 000464J. In the criminal trespass case, the offer is behavioral BHET. Stay away from the Texas gas station at 2067 Delow Drive, East Point. And in the case 26 CR 000464J, theft of service, it's 12 months to serve, 32 days credit for time served, balance probated, anti-theft course, a stay away from the Village Tavern at 11555 Rainwater Drive, Alpharetta, 30 hours of community service, and that we ask that the defendant stipulate to the facts.
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. All right. We will go ahead and take that plea. Mr. Varner, you're ready to take a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Raise your right hand for me so I can swear you in. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Or else.
Yes or no?
I'm sorry?
I do.
All right, thank you. Put your hand down for me. Going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand your plea and that it is free and voluntary, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding today?
No, ma'am.
All right, do you understand that by pleading guilt, are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am. Very much satisfied.
Okay. And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are prepared and agree to waive these rights today, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And that has anyone told you that you would receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone told you that you would receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation, it could be affected by a guilty plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes, ma'am.
Charges against you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, as to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Yes.
And as to the charge of theft of services, how do you plead?
Yes.
All right, I will accept your guilty plea and be aware of your conditions that you have to complete. But I was going to waive 3 months of your probation fees to help you, okay?
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And I think he's to go non-reporting, right, after he completes all the conditions.
I did make that request.
All right, then I will honor that.
Good morning, Your Honor. This
Good
is
morning.
Lucia.
Yes, how are you?
Sorry to interrupt. I'm doing
That's
well.
okay.
I'm here for positions 34 and 35, I believe, whenever you're ready.
All right. Courtroom 2.
16, Mr. Jones.
If courtroom 1 can be placed in a breakout with the interpreter, we'll be there.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, that's right. They need to talk. All right, and we're on now position 13. No, we've done 13. 18, I think he may have said. Can you tell me which number again?
16,
15, is that what you said?
16, 16.
Oh,
16, Mark.
16. Okay. This is 26 CR 000478Y Marquise Jones? Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, you're charged with one count of theft by shoplifting.
The negotiated plea in this case is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated, anti-theft course, $500 fine, a stay away from the CVS at 2429 MLK Junior Drive, Southwest Atlanta, and 40 hours of community service.
Mr. White?
Yes, Your Honor, we stipulate for the purposes of plea, we would ask to convert his $500 fine to an additional 50 hours of community service and ask that his probation terminate once he completes all of his requirements.
All right, pretrial? Pretrial. Are they there?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
What position?
Marquise Jones, number 16.
There are 5 arrest cycles in Georgia. There appeared to be a 2021 arrest for simple assault, family violence, criminal damage to property in the second, possession of a firearm by, and reckless conduct. No disposition was listed. There was first offender treatment in 2014 for financial card transaction fraud, and that was sealed in 2017. There are also arrests from Tennessee from 2017 for several counts of ID theft, a 2017 felony conviction for ID theft, and nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. State.
Sorry, Your Honor. Well, there are at least 24 cycles and in multiple states. He does have a failure to appear in Minneapolis. He's wanted out of Minneapolis, I believe. There's a lot here. So it's Minnesota, New York, and Georgia, obviously. So I would ask. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done. I do apologize. I did have the wrong Jones. But there are 23 arrest cycles in Georgia, including a theft by shoplifting from December of last year, October of last year, and September of last year for criminal trespass. Several arrests for theft by shoplifting, also probation violations for misdemeanor and theft-related cases. The last conviction for was for theft by receiving stolen property in September 2025 out of DeKalb County. There was also a DeKalb County theft by shoplifting in 2025, FTA in 2022, as well as 2021. And other arrests also out of New York and Minnesota, including theft arrests. And there are 2 cycles out of Minnesota, including a 2022 damage to property in the first, and the defendant was sentenced to 1 year on probation. And nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, state. So they're asking for to terminate, sounds like. What is the state's position on that?
Excuse me, we would object to that, Your Honor. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. We would object to that based on his history.
Right, but we will convert the $500
Yes.
fine to 50 hours of community service. Okay.
No objection.
Okay. All right. So that'll be a total of 90 hours of community service, correct?
That's our understanding.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Jones?
Yes.
All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
I do.
All right, put your hand down for me. I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure that you understand your plea and that it is free and voluntary, all right? All right, first question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol at this time that would impair your understanding?
I am not.
All right, are you satisfied with services and representation of your attorney? And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence? That you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself? That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer? All right, and that you are prepared and agree to waive these rights today, is that true?
Yes.
All right, and has anyone told you that you will receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty? I'm sorry?
No.
Okay, and do you understand that if you're currently on probation, your probation may be revoked or affected because of a guilty plea today? I'm sorry?
Yes.
Okay. And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
I do.
And as to the charge of theft by shoplifting, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, I will accept your guilty plea and it will terminate upon completion of the terms. I'm sorry, it will not terminate. You will be on for the full 12 months until you complete all the terms, but you will be on for the full 12 months. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
We go to position number 6 and 7, Mr. Butler.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt. We are done with
Okay.
courtroom 1.
Okay. Can we have that case after this one, please? All right. All right, Mr. Butler, this is 26 CR 0000481E. In this case, Mr. Butler is charged with giving false information to law enforcement, willful obstruction, possession and use of drug-related objects, loiter, and prowling. And then on the second case, 26 CR 0000497E, he's charged with terroristic threats and acts.
Your Honor, this is going to be a non-negotiated plea.
Okay.
Okay, the offer in this case for the first one, 26 CR 0000481E, on count 1, the offer is time served. And that's for giving false information. For count 2, the offer was for willful 12 months probation to serve concurrent with count 4 and a $300 fine. For count 3, possession and use of drug-related objects, 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 4, alcohol, drug evaluation and treatment. And for count 4, 12 months probation to run concurrent with the other case, 26 CR 0000497E, stay away from 3019 East Point Street, East Point, and 40 hours of community service. The offer in number 7, 26 CR 0000497E, terroristic threats and acts, is 12 months to serve 90 days, credit for time served, balance
You want me to
probated.
stop? I don't know. No phone.
Please mute. 12 months to serve 90 days. I'm repeating this now. 90 days credit for time served, balance probated. 12 weeks of anger management and no further violent contact with Jakayla Bader.
All right.
And we asked that the defendant stipulate to the facts, although I understand Mr. White's going to propose something.
All right, Mr. White.
Your Honor, position 6, we're willing to accept all of the recommendations. But position 7, 2 things. First, we'd like to enter the plea as an Alford plea. Mr. Butler disagrees with the facts as alleged, but feels it's in his best interest to enter a guilty plea. We are willing to comply with all of the requirements as far as the anger management, but we are asking that it be a time served offer and that it be a no further violent contact with Ms. Bader and no stay away from the address. Ms. Bader is on the line. I've already spoken with her this morning. She does not wish to have a no further contact.
If I may, I did address that already. I said no further violent contact with Jakayla Bader, and I got rid of the stay away based on what she wrote in the chat.
Okay.
And additionally, she never called the police. Neither one of them had any idea that a warrant was going to be taken out against Mr. Butler. The warrant also refers to Mr. Butler as a black male. Mr. Butler is a white male. There's all kinds of issues with this case, but Mr. Butler does want to resolve it and get him behind him. We think it would be fair that it just be a time served offer. Obviously getting rid of the stay away and the no further contact, which we've already addressed. But the time he would, under this plea offer, he would be required to do an additional, I believe, 30 days in jail. We're asking it to be a time served plea.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, are you done? I didn't mean to interrupt.
No worries. Go right ahead.
The incident took place on November 17th, 2025. The offer responded to a terroristic threats call, made contact with the reporting party, Mr. Bradley Fry, who explained that the defendant is the ex-boyfriend of his daughter and came to the residence at 10 p.m. and threatened to throw a brick through the window if his daughter, the victim that we've talked about, or the Miss Bader, did not come outside to talk to him. Mr. Fry stated that the defendant returned several times throughout the night, making similar threats and actions. Mr. Fry advised that the defendant did not actually throw the brick. However, video footage captured the defendant threatening to throw the brick and raising his hand as if he was about to throw it. The victim, we're talking about Mr. Fry, is familiar that the defendant has been in and out of jail his entire life. This is what the report says, 50 cycles, believes the threats were valid and was in fear, or it says was in fear for her safety, his daughter's, I guess. The victim stated that the defendant fled the scene when he heard the police siren. And again, Mr. Fry stated the entire incident is captured on his Vivint camera system and emailed the footage to the offer, and thus a warrant was issued for the defendant's arrest. So this is all from Mr. Bradley Fry. State would ask that if we need to set this for trial, then, let's set it for trial, but we would object to anything other than the offer that we've given, which is a no further violent contact with Jakayla Bader. As this is also the father's residence, 2574 North Clark Drive, East Point. I actually would go back to the stay away from that. Sorry about that, because it is the father's residence, and he did ask for a stay away.
So where is the disagreement?
In the amount of time, Judge, the state's asking for 90 days. We're asking for time served.
I don't believe I've heard anything about his history.
We did also ask for 12 weeks of anger management.
And we've agreed to the anger management.
Okay.
So how many days left does he have to serve?
He has been in 16 days at this point, Judge. So if the state's offer is what you go with, there'd be another 29 days in jail.
All right, pretrial, can you give me the history?
Yes, Your Honor. There are 54 arrest cycles with multi-state interaction in Georgia and in Tennessee. There appeared to be a 2011 CWAG offense out of Tennessee. There also is an open indicted case, 25 SC 003 749 for willful obstruction, possession of drug-related objects, possession of a firearm by, and theft by receiving stolen property. That offense date was from 2024. And in regards to his Georgia history, there was a probation violation in 2024 that he was convicted of, as well as a probation violation from 2023, an FTA from 2023, an additional 2021 probation violation, 2022 felony conviction for possession of a firearm by, an additional probation violation from 2016, a misdemeanor conviction for criminal trespass from 2018, an additional probation violation from 2015, an arrest for giving false name in College Park from 2015, no disposition was listed. There's an arrest in 2017 for failure to register and disorderly conduct, no disposition was listed. 2012 probation violation, an FTA also from 2010. There was a 2010 misdemeanor conviction for 2 counts of criminal trespass. Entering auto from 2010, felony conviction, giving a false name also from 2010. Felony conviction for theft by receiving stolen property in 2009, an additional probation violation.
All right. All right.
Am I allowed to
and
say something? This is Jaquela Bader. I'm sorry.
You- Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
I've not asked you to speak, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And so, with that history, Mr. White, I'm hesitant on that, and the state has objected. So I don't know where we go from here, if we have a plea or not, if you need to talk back with your client. The state, I understand, is not willing to agree to a time served plea. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And I'm not willing to agree to a time served plea either. You would have to serve the other 29 days.
Okay. Judge, I'll need to speak with him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just give him a call at the jail and move on. We'll come back to him whenever you're ready.
Okay.
No, 34 and 35, Mr. Bruder.
All right.
This will be a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's see. This is on petition 34, 25 CR 005307F. Romario, is it Ruda?
Yes, Your Honor.
Charged with 1 count of driving hit and run, 2nd count driving following too closely, 3rd count driving without a valid license.
Este es el caso 34, perdón, la posición 34, el caso 25 CR 005307F. El Estado en contra del señor Romario Reyes Rueda. Las acusaciones son, primero, manejando, golpear y fugarse El otro es manejar, seguir muy de cerca. Y el tercero es manejar sin una licencia de conducir válida.
And then position 35 is 26 FTA 000196, where the defendant is charged with an FTA.
En la posición 35, el caso es 26 FTA 000196, donde el acusado está siendo acusado por no presentarse a una corte.
And I'm sorry, Miss Lucia, I forgot to swear you in. Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that you will interpret from Spanish to English and English to Spanish to the best of your abilities with no embellishments, the proceedings before the court today?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, State.
Thank you, Your Honor. In the first case, 25 CR 0005307F, the count 1 is 12 months to serve 10 days, balance probated, $500 fine, defensive driving course, and that is for the hit and run.
Gracias,
Count
su
two.
señoría. De parte de la Fiscalía, en el caso 25 CR 005307F, por la ofensa de manejando, golpear y fugarse, es 12 meses de sentencia para servir 10 días, del resto en probatoria, una multa de $500 y una clase de conducir defensivamente. En el segundo caso, el segundo cargo, go ahead.
For count 2, driving following too closely. Count 2, the offer is 12 months probation. To run concurrent with count 1, $150 fine, restitution to Ryan Marganum. And it says open for 30 days.
En el segundo,
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm not clear what that means, actually. PD, do you? Oh, we're going to keep the restitution open for 30 days. Okay, to see if, right.
En la segunda acusación, el manejar de muy de cerca, 12 meses en probatoria, lo cual va a ser al mismo tiempo que en la primera acusación, una multa de $150 y restitución al señor Ryan Margian, la cual va a ser abierta, va a permanecer abierta por 30 días.
Excuse me, I do apologize. I did want to negotiate this term. Your Honor, the incident date is May 4th, 2024. If there has not been receipts of restitution provided to the state as of now, we will ask that restitution be closed and that the victim here be allowed to open a civil case if needed. There's been a substantial amount of time now for that to be provided.
Your Honor, translate. I'm sorry.
Su abogada defensora está pidiendo que cierren la restitución, ya que esta es una ofensa que ocurrió el 4 de mayo del 2024 y que ha pasado suficiente tiempo para que la persona pueda pedir la restitución.
Your Honor, the state would object. This is an SAP calendar. That's not the victim witness advocate nor prosecutor had this case to do what's being asked to get these receipts. We're just asking for 30 days.
Y la fiscalía indica que este no es un caso con una de la víctima, entonces que la fiscalía está pidiendo los 30 días.
There's almost been 2 years now, Your Honor. We would typically, on the SAP calendar, with the case open this amount of time, we would receive an estimate of the restitution. So I believe 30 days is excessive in this matter.
Y su abogada defensora indica que ustedes piensan que 30 días es excesivo, que este tipo de calendario es un tipo de calendario que se está siempre a disposición y que ya van a ser casi 2 años de la fecha de la ofensa.
Your Honor, if I may,
Mm-hmm.
the case was not even filed until September 6, 2025, which was just 5 months ago.
Y la fiscalía indica que el caso fue recién ingresado en septiembre del 2026, lo cual fue hace 5 meses nada más.
Again, we just asked for the 30 days, please.
Y nosotros estamos pidiendo nada más los 30 días, por favor.
To get the receipts from the victim.
Yes, Your Honor.
Para obtener los recibos de la víctima.
And we don't have an estimate or anything, do we, that they could accept for today?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And this
And I
was
ha-
hit and run, so this was, I don't know if it was potential from insurance or not.
Correct. Which is again what we need to find out, what has been paid and what hasn't.
Okay. I don't see the prejudice or any harm, PD, with holding it open for the receipts to get the exact amount of the restitution. I understand it happened in 2024, but it was not accused until a few months ago, September of 25. And I agree, when they accused, I guess they should have been ready and had it. But I'm going to allow them the 30 days. I don't know if that changes your agreement to the plea or not.
We can proceed, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
Y
Thank you.
la juez ha decidido darles los 30 días porque el caso fue acusado en septiembre del año pasado. Entonces van a tener 30 días para presentar los recibos.
Thank you, Your
Okay.
Honor. And in count 3, driving without a valid license, the offer negotiated is 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 1 and a $1,000 fine.
En la acusación número 3, lo que se ha negociado es 12 meses en probatoria para que vayan juntos con los otros cargos, los mismos 12 meses y una multa de $1,000.
In case, in number 35, case 26 FTA 000196, we would be null processing upon the plea to the underlying offense that we just discussed that ends in 5307F.
Y en cuanto al otro caso, la posición 3526 de FTA 00196, el que ya hablamos, no lo vamos a seguir acusando, lo vamos a quitar.
All right. And PD, if we're ready, you still stipulate?
We so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor.
All right. And, oh.
Lo
ahead.
cual está de acuerdo su abogada defensora. Go ahead, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Ruda, I understand that you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct?
Señor Rueda, entiendo que usted quiere declararse culpable. ¿Es eso correcto?
Sí, así es correcto.
Yes, that is correct.
All right. I am going to swear you in first.
Primero le voy a tomar su juramento.
Raise your right hand for me.
Levante su mano derecha, por favor.
Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
¿Está de acuerdo usted que el testimonio que nos va a dar será la verdad, solo la verdad y nada más que la verdad bajo palabra de Dios?
Sí, correcto.
Yes, correct. Puede bajar su mano.
All right. I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand your plea and that it is free and voluntary.
Le voy a hacer una serie de preguntas para asegurarme que usted comprenda lo que usted está haciendo y que está haciéndolo libre y voluntariamente. El acuerdo.
All right. First question is, are you under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
¿Está usted bajo la influencia de algún medicamento, drogas, alcohol, medicamento no recetado, algo que le vaya a no permitir comprender lo que está sucediendo el día de hoy?
No.
No.
All right. Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
¿Está satisfecho con los servicios y representación de su abogado?
La verdad, sí.
Honestly, yes.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
¿Comprende usted que al declararse culpable, usted está renunciando a su derecho de ir a juicio y que que sea usted presunto inocente.
Sí.
Yes.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you are giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
¿Entiende usted que al declararse culpable, usted también está negando el derecho que tiene a mantenerse en silencio y no testificar en contra suya?
Sí.
Yes.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
¿Entiende usted que al declararse culpable está renunciando al derecho que tiene usted de ir a un juicio, ya sea por jurado o por un juez, cualquier forma que usted prefiera? ¿Comprende usted eso?
Sí, correcto.
Yes, correct.
And you are prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
¿Y está preparado y ya está de acuerdo de renunciar a estos derechos el día de hoy?
Sí.
Yes.
Has anyone told you that you receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
¿Le ha dicho alguien a usted que usted va a recibir una sentencia menor por declararse inculpable?
No.
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
¿Le ha prometido a alguien le ha prometido a alguien algo para declararse culpable?
No.
No.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation, it could be affected by a guilty plea today?
¿Y entiende usted si es que está usted en probatoria, eso puede ser afectado por declararse culpable el día de hoy?
Sí.
Yes.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you?
¿Ofrece usted este acuerdo y su declaración de culpable libre y voluntariamente, entendiendo las acusaciones y cargos en contra suya?
Correcto.
Correct.
All right. As to the charge of driving hit and run, how do you plead?
¿Cómo se declara en la acusación de conducir, golpear y fugarse?
Culpable.
Guilty.
As to the charge of driving following too closely, how do you plead?
En la acusación de manejar, seguir muy de cerca, ¿cómo se declara?
Culpable.
Guilty.
And as to the charge of driving without a valid license, how do you plead?
Y en la acusación de manejar sin licencia de conducir, ¿cómo se declara?
Culpable.
Guilty.
All right. I will accept your guilty plea, and I think you understand your conditions. And that's all for today. I will accept your plea.
Acepto entonces este acuerdo y como usted se está declarando bajo las condiciones dichas ya.
Your Honor, we would request that once he completes the terms and makes all the payments, that he be allowed to go on non-reporting.
Su abogada está pidiendo que una vez que usted complete todos los pagos y su sentencia, su probatoria no tenga que ser reportada, o sea, no tiene que usted reportarse en persona a la probatoria una vez que se cumplan toda la parte, lo que está en su acuerdo.
State, do you have any objection to going non-reporting?
No, Your Honor.
La
Okay.
fiscalía no tiene ninguna objeción.
All right, he can go non-reporting after he's completed all the terms.
Y una vez que usted termine todos los términos de su acuerdo, puede dejar de reportarse.
Which will include the payment of any restitution that's presented after 30 days. So that will extend it a little bit, I guess.
Lo que también incluye, obviamente, es el pago de cualquier restitución.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And if that's all for the interpreter, may I please be excused?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye now.
All right, going back to number 67, Mr. Butler.
Okay.
Your Honor, Mr. Butler is willing to go forward with the state's recommendation. I mean, so long as there is not a no further contact order with Ms. Bader.
Okay. And I think that's what the state said, no further violent contact, and they eliminated the stay away.
I mean, and Judge,
Uh-huh.
since-
I'm sorry, Your Honor. We actually did add the stay away as it is the father's the father's residence, and he's the one who called into the police. So we're going to keep that. We will do no further violent contact. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're fine with the stay away from the address. We understand
Okay.
that. We would object to Ms. Bader being mentioned at all. She's not the alleged victim in the case. So if you want to add a stay away from the father or no further contact with the father who's the alleged victim, that's fine. But I only would object to even a no further violent contact with Ms. Bader because she's not even the alleged victim.
Your Honor,
how did we get that?
No, Your Honor, she was in the home, and that's who the defendant was yelling about and trying to. I can read the incidents to you again, if you'd like, but she's the ex-boyfriend of the daughter and came to the residence threatening to throw a brick through the window if his daughter, Miss Bader, who we have asked for no further violent contact with, did not come outside to talk to him. He returned several times throughout the night, making similar threats and actions. So this is the father's home with the defendant yelling, wanting to talk to the daughter. So we would ask for, go ahead.
Technically, the threat was to the property, not to either of the two individuals. It threatened to throw a brick through a window. And they're not ex, as Ms. Bader would testify to. They are currently seeing each other. But
Ms. Bader and the defendant.
Correct.
Okay.
At the time this incident report was written, that's what was reported, that by the father, that it was the ex-boyfriend.
What's in the accusation, though? Who's the victim?
One moment. And it's a terroristic threat. It's not a criminal trespass charge.
Right, terroristic threat.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me pull up Odyssey one moment.
Terrorist threats covers property, and that was what the threat was to, property, not people.
Sorry, I'm just pulling up Odyssey, Your Honor, for the accusation.
Mm-hmm.
The accusation reads, accuse Robert Butler with the offense of terroristic threats and acts, a misdemeanor, etc., for on or about November 17th, 2025, did threaten to commit a crime of violence, to wit, criminal damage to the property with the purpose of terrorizing Jakayla Butler in violation of OCGA 161137. So it does pertain to both.
Butler. I mean, if we want to get technical about it, there's no Jakayla Butler. Her name is Bader.
Okay. Do you want to set this for trial? Should we just set this for trial?
We shouldn't, because we're entering a negotiation.
We're just trying to decide whether I'm going to add to it no further violent contact.
We have no problem with that. No further violent contact, Jakayla Butler, because
I understand, but
Bader, fine. It's Bader. It's a Scribner's error.
Right. Is she married to him or not?
They're not married.
Then she couldn't be Jakayla Butler if they're not married, right?
It's Jakayla Bader. It was a Scribner's error. It's Bader.
Okay. I don't understand why, and I understand your point, Mr. White, but since she is mentioned in it, why we could not have no further violent contact with her as a condition of his probation.
Judge, if that's what you want to go with, I mean, we'll take it. The reason is because there was no violent contact to begin with. So saying further violent contact, because additionally, the threat of violence under the terrorist threats was against property.
But it was
Yes,
related to the property that she was at or in at that time, correct? If I'm understanding correctly.
if she didn't come out to talk to him,
Then he would throw a brick.
he would
through the
throw a
window.
brick at the home of her and her father.
Okay. And so are we having no further violent contact with both of them? Or just,
Certainly, we can add Mr. Fry to that. But she is the listed victim, Jakayla Bader.
right. And that's what I was making sure of, who was actually listed. So the father was not listed as the victim.
No, he wasn't. It's the home. He made the phone call. And I assume it's it's their home.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and you can let me know, Mr. White, if you want to accept it, because his criminal history is so extensive, and he does have other violence, guns, all kinds of things. I would honestly put no further violent contact with her and her father. Those were the two persons who were in the home, where he was threatening to damage the home because they were there. So I would honestly, while he's on probation, to add to that order or to the plea for him to have no further violent contact with Jakayla Bader, Butler, whatever her last name is, and I think it's Bader legally, and to the father, Mr. Fry.
And Judge, as I've stated before, if that's what you're willing to go with, that's.
And your objection is noted. Yes. I think the court reporter has it. And so that would be my interjection in the plea.
We're still ready to go forward, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Butler. I understand that you wish to plead guilty, and you've heard the additional terms I've added to the plea, correct?
No.
Okay, so do you wish to take a plea today?
No.
Or enter into a plea today?
No.
No, you do not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you do want to enter into a plea today with the extra condition that I added.
And what was the extra conditions?
The extra condition was no further violent contact with Jakayla Bader or Mr. Fry, and I don't remember his first name.
It doesn't mean you can't have contact with Miss Bader. You can have contact.
Right, with her and her father, basically. Just
You can't have violent contact with her, which is
no
all.
violence, no threats or violence against the two of them while you're on probation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury? All right, put your hand down for me. I'm gonna ask you a series of questions to make sure that this plea that you're entering is free and voluntary, all right? Okay, we gotta be able to hear your answers.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time? All right. Are you satisfied with the services of your attorney? And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence? That you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself? That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer? And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
No.
And I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Has anyone told you that you will receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No.
And has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation, it could be affected by this plea today?
No.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you?
No.
And that these are charges in 2 cases. And so I'm going to ask you about each of them to make sure that we're clear. As to the charge of giving false information, how do you plead? I'm sorry?
Guilty.
Okay. As to the charge of willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, how do you plead? And as to possession and use of drug-related objects, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to loiter and prowling, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to terroristic threats and acts, how do you plead? Say that one more time for me.
Guilty.
Okay. All right. So I've got your guilty plea to all charges in both cases. You understand the conditions. And I think that is it. All right.
Clarification, Mr. White and.
I'm
Judge.
sorry.
I need a clarification because y'all was all over the place on this one.
Okay.
Position, the number 7, is that still gonna be an Alford plea?
And I'm sorry. Yes, Mr. White, is that still going to be an Alford plea?
We'll withdraw that.
Okay.
Withdraw that? Okay.
All right.
And then I guess my other question is, I got the no further violent contact with the individual and Mr. Fry, which the first name is Bradley. Is there still a stay away from the 2574 North Clark Drive?
Yes, that is our understanding.
Okay. And Miss Bader was on the line. Is she still there?
I do not see her, Judge.
Okay, she's gotten off.
No
Okay.
longer. All right, thank you.
All right. All right. Next case.
Number 15, Mr. Hughes.
Okay. This is 26 CR 000494B. Siddharthia Hughes, charged at 1 count of theft by shoplifting.
Yes, Your Honor. The negotiated plea in this case is 12 months to serve 28 days, credit for time served, balance probated, anti-theft course, a stay away from Kroger at 3425 Cascade Road Southwest, South Fulton, and 20 hours of community service. We ask that the defendant stipulate to the facts.
Whose case?
Fine, Judge.
Oh, okay.
So stipulated for the purpose of the plea, we just ask that the probation terminator go non-reporting once he completes his class in community service.
All right, State, do you have any objection to that?
Non-reporting, please.
Okay, non-reporting. All right. All right, Mr. Hughes, understand that you wish to plead guilty today, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to swear you in first. You raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to ask you a series of questions and answer so my court reporter can hear you. First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
No.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up or waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer? Did you hear me?
Yes, to all charges.
Okay. And that you are prepared and agree to waive these rights today, is that correct?
Yes.
Has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No.
And you do understand that if you are on probation, it could be affected by this plea today.
Yes.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you? All right, so as to the charge of theft by shoplifting, how do you plead? I'm sorry?
Guilty.
Okay, all right, I will accept your guilty plea. You have your conditions and you can go non-reporting after you've completed the course and the community service, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, next we have position number 31 through 33, Mr. Noel.
Okay.
Your Honor, on this position, we're requesting we're requesting a bond modification on position 32, I believe,
On which position?
on position 32.
Oh. So you're gonna plead guilty to 31, but a bond modification on 32? Or,
We wanted to waive on both. Position 31 has a failure to appear that has a bond. We did reach out to the state regarding that, asking if the failure to appear could be nullified. I sent over documentation showing that his address was updated with the court in September of 2024 with the correct address, but the notices sent out subsequent to that were sent to an incorrect address. So we're asking for that failure to appear to be set aside, so that he's able to bond out on his cases and handle them at a later date.
okay. And then what about 30? Oh, I see. But 33 and 34. Okay, state, what do you say to that?
You're muted, Ms. Wood.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we are going to object to that. It's not something, it's for the trial division judge to deal with. He didn't update his address with the court. They sent it to the address they had for him. It's on file for, and the address they have on file for him is the same address. So we would be objecting to that, and it can be dealt with in trial division.
Your Honor, I did provide evidence and I can send it to you as well. His address was explicitly written out on a notice in September of 2024 as let me see.
It was put on the form and it was filed in the system. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it should be listed as 433 Highland Avenue Northeast, apartment 1443, but the notices are being sent to 1443 Highland Avenue. So the apartment number is just being placed incorrectly, but there is documentation in Odyssey with the correct address on there that predates this court date. So the court has had his correct address. Ms. Lewis, I can send it to you as well. There is documentation.
Only thing I see in the system, Ms. Tucker, is that that there was a return address and somebody indicated does not live here, and I see their department number are not being indicated. I know that's a big, large apartment complex because I'm familiar with that area. So his apartment number is not being reflected, and it's not being reflected right now in Odyssey. So
the apartment number is 1443.
We understand what it is. We're just telling you it's not in the system. So what are you referring to that he filed?
Let me pull it up currently. So there's a first appearance action form dated signed the 27th of September 2024. The court verified the address of the defendant Mr. Noel is 433 Highland Avenue Northeast, apartment 1443, Atlanta, Georgia 30312. That was a document filed with the court, signed off by the clerk, and by Judge Elizabeth George. I did find this document in Odyssey. I can send it to you all as well.
What case number is it listed under? Where's that document listed under? What case number? So I can bring it up.
24 PI 007.
That's not even our number. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
That's superior.
My entire point is that there was just a mix-up with the apartment number, Your Honor. But his address has been on file with the court for years.
No, we get it, but that's the Superior Court. Has it been on file with the state court?
It's been filed with Superior Court with that PI number that she's about to give me again. So I can look it up. But that's over on that PI case.
Right.
I just need apartment number. I mean, whatever it is, I just want to clarify. I just need to make sure. Just email
Well,
me.
we can correct it. It's
Yeah, I can correct it.
1443,
I
but
just
it's
want to
going
make sure.
forward.
Yeah, I just want to correct it now as we going forward, as we speaking. So if you could email me to make sure that I got it correctly, because in the system, it does not show the apartment number. The notice was returned. It said they don't live here because of the apartment number is missing.
Please. I don't want to have to argue against three people today, please.
Yeah, I understand, but what you have to understand, the Superior Court clerk doesn't say, hey, there's a case over here and he's got a case over there. You have to file it in each of those cases. So it was filed in the Superior Court action, but it was not filed in the state court action, which is what Ms. Lewis is telling you. It was not filed on our side. It's a different clerk, different case number. And so I think Ms. Lewis is going to say, for future reference, they have to file it in every case that they have, correct?
Yeah, once it's linked to his ID number, it would change the address over into all his cases on the CR side and the criminal side, but it doesn't link to with the PI number that's over in Superior Court. It's totally two different numbers.
Yes, my only argument was that the address was taken down incorrectly in state court. It is partially correct, but the only thing incorrect is the apartment number. So we were asking for the bench warrant to be set aside, Your Honor.
I think the state is not willing to do that, she said, and I don't know what you mean by it was taken down incorrectly in state court. I don't know, was he there verbally? Because usually if he is, or he was there, they would give him the form, the change of address form to complete. That's the state court procedures for that, unless the attorney, files something differently to get that address corrected or changed when you became aware of that. And Ms. Lewis, are you telling me you don't see anything filed to reflect that, correct?
Not on the state court side. It's on
Not on
the
the
PI
state court
side.
side.
It's on the PI side, but over Superior Court side, but it's not on the state court. All I just want is just the correct address, so I can just put it in there, and then y'all can go and argue from that point, whatever y'all want to do. I just want to update his address, that's all.
Yes, and I put it on the record several times now. It's 433 Highland Avenue Northeast, apartment 1443. It's the same address he's maintained for years now. I don't see a document for a state court with the just a address document that you're referring to, Your Honor. So I just believe that it was taken down incorrectly. So that's what we were requesting. Additionally, for position 32, we're asking for a bond modification, Your Honor. This bond was set by you previously on January 23rd. It's currently set as a cash bond. We're only asking that the cash bond be converted into a surety bond. In this case, my client was not notified by the state of Maryland that a TPO order had been taken out against him just a few days prior to the victim driving over 10 hours to his home and when he was arrested. So he had no knowledge of this incident. He was not notified of this TPO. So we're asking for the bond to be modified so that he can handle this case while continuing to work and support his family.
How much was my cash bond?
The $3,000 cash bond, Your Honor.
And if my memory serves me correct, wasn't this a case possibly where he was on bond before and then he reoffended, or he's had several cases with this victim? That's usually what I do when I give cash bonds. Which of those is factual of the allegations here?
You're asking the state or the public defender?
Whoever can answer, because of course I don't, remember specifically, but if I did a cash bond, there was a reason. If I ordered a cash bond, there was a reason.
I mean, I can tell you about the facts of this case. It could have also been to that.
Well, who has a
Yeah, go
copy
ahead.
of the bond order?
Oh. Let's see.
Do you
It would
see it,
be-
Ms. Lewis?
Yes, I do. What position? Let's see.
This is 31. Mr. Noel.
But you're asking about the cash bond on position.
Yeah, I don't know if it
32.
says on there.
It's on 32. It's the cash. The
Yeah,
cash
on
bond is on case
32.
number 26 CR 000462C. You
Okay.
put in a $3,000 cash bond. No further contact with the victim, last name Chase, and stay away from any locations that the victim may reside in or work at. And defendant has an open case number of the 25 CR, which we already indicated on the FTA.
Right. And can anybody tell me if he was if he had other cases or another case with the same victim?
And the victim is on the line.
Is the victim on the line?
Yes, she is.
What's her name?
Last name is Chase.
Miss Chase, Jamisi Chase.
Good morning. It's Jamesy Chase.
Jamisi Chase. Turn on your camera.
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to. Okay.
Can't see you.
As we're waiting, I mean, I do see that, I mean, this is violating a family violence protective order with this victim, so there would likely
That's
be other
usually what goes on when I do a.
But that order out of the state of Maryland, it was put into effect January 5th. This incident date is January 21st. My client had not been served notice of that order, and it expired January 26th. So it was a very short temporary TPO that he just had not received notice from out of state. So that's why
I'm not here to judge that or to determine that or to know that. I don't have any information on that. And that probably wouldn't move me to have done anything different. But the fact that, 2 cases or 3 cases, how many ever, it needs to stop at some point. And that's probably why I'm pretty sure that's why I ordered a cash bond. And now you're asking me to make it into a surety bond. I know the victim is here. And if she would ever get her camera going, I'll talk to her. But if not, I can't speak to the victim. Can't speak to someone I can't see.
can the host prompt her camera?
We
I'm
did.
sorry.
We did. We did.
Miss Noel, is she going to be able to get on? If not, I got to move on. Nope.
I am, Your Honor, trying to look at the the ag assault. Okay, 25 SC 002374 is an ag assault charge, possession of a firearm or knife during the commission of the crime, it is the same victim. The
Yeah,
felony.
I don't,
ag assault.
I'm not trying to have my bond hearing all over again. But I'm certainly, not moved to change it to a surety based on the facts and allegations. I do somewhat remember this case. Now, Miss Chase, is it Chade or Chase?
It's Chase. I'm sorry. I'm at work, so my connection was a little off.
And I can't talk to you only looking at your forehead and you're walking around. You have to be stable. Yeah,
Sorry.
I can't do all that. We're in open court. Okay. And so I'm not going to really have a long conversation. I would swear you in, but I really am not interested in doing that at this point.
What?
But raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth and the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so you are the victim in this case here, this 26 CR 000462C, which is violating a family protective order on January 21st, 26 against Mr. Noel. Is it Kalijah? I don't know how to pronounce his name, or Kalijah.
Kalijah.
And you are the victim in that case, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you were the victim in another case, something in Maryland. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. It was in Atlanta.
But the TPO came out of Maryland.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And that is because
He took naked videos of me and sent them to somebody.
in Maryland.
I got wind of it in Maryland, but he did it when he was in Atlanta.
Okay. All right. I don't have any further questions because this is not a trial. And he's asking for his bond to be modified, which I want to deny. And I've listened to his counsel. And so I don't.
In addition to our request for a surety, he's willing to be on an ankle monitor while out on bond until his trial date, if the court will consider that as well.
All right. And let me ask you two questions, Ms. Chase. Are you in fear of Mr. Noel?
No, but I just don't want him doing certain things like exposing my body or just
Well,
blackmail.
we get that. Anything, yeah. And do you want to have any further contact with him?
If he gets some therapy and some anger management, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So the answer is right now, no, because he would have to do all those things in the future before you want contact. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you all have children together?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. I don't have any questions. Do you have any other questions, Ms. Wiseman, ASG Wiseman?
No, well, in the other case, the ag assault and possession of firearm during the commission of a crime, were you in fear at that point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And has
Okay.
anything changed to make you not in fear today?
Yeah, I guess.
What is that? What's changed?
I don't know. I don't know.
Isn't it
Your
the
Honor.
resident of Maryland?
I'm sorry?
I believe Ms. Chase is a resident of Maryland.
Yes.
My resides here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
He's placed on an ankle monitor until trial. There should be no contact between the two. She lives out of state.
Okay, Ms. Chase, do you live in Maryland or Georgia?
I live in Maryland, but I vacation or fly to Atlanta frequently.
Frequently?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Your Honor, regardless, the state is going to object based on the prior incidents and knowing what we know about domestic violence and things like that. I mean, there can be contact. It sounds like there might be, and this is the same victim. And I don't know why we are relitigating something that you decided on already when no circumstances have changed. And I would ask that your bond stay in order the way that you ordered it
Okay.
originally.
All right. I am going to, and I've heard you, PD, as well. I'm not excited about an ankle monitor. That doesn't excite me. That makes me think that things have cooled down or over. This all just happened in January. And I'm going to leave his bond or it will remain at 3,000 cash. All right. And so what are we doing now with the other case or?
One moment, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Judge, don't forget, we still have the DV bench counter, for Mr. Williams, Tommy Williams. I think he was on the line earlier.
Oh, did he come back?
I don't know if he came back or not, but he was, yeah, he's on the line still.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you want to talk to anybody, PD, while we try to move this along?
Ma'am?
What were you saying again, Miss Lewis? Does who
I
wanted
was, I was just asking, did you want, I don't know who's doing the DV bench case for the PD side. I didn't know if anybody want to talk to him while we have a break, you know. So we
right?
try to
If
move this
anybody from
along.
the PD's office, yeah.
I can talk to him if you want to put us in a breakout room. Also, I didn't receive this calendar. If somebody could forward the DV bench warrant calendar to me.
I'll forward it to you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, it'll be a waiver on both cases.
All
Both.
right. Okay. All right, we'll move forward. Those will be waivers. Set them down for trial. Send them to the division judge on both cases, which are 31 and 32.
And 33.
Oh, sorry, and 33, yes.
33.
All right, who do we have next?
Hey, 45, Mr. White.
Okay. This is 26 CR 0000515J Gregory T. White, charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. And Miss Chase, you're free to go.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I believe this is a negotiated plea. It is global recommendation along with 26 CR 000118J. In the first case, criminal trespass, ending in 515J, the offer is 12 months to serve 28 days, credit for time served, balance probated, BHET, a social worker visit for housing, a stay away from 398 Parkway Drive, Northeast Atlanta, 40 hours of community service. And the other case, 26 CR 000118J, is a criminal trespass. That's 12 months probation to run concurrent with the prior case, and a stay away from 509 Boulevard, Northeast Atlanta. We ask that defendant stipulate to the facts and that you accept this stipulated or negotiated plea.
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea.
All right, Mr. White, I understand you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Absolutely, ma'am.
All right, put your hand down for me. I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand your plea and the terms and conditions, okay? All right, first question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
No, ma'am.
All right, And are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Absolutely.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up or waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Ma'am.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Ma'am.
And you are prepared and agree to waive these rights today, correct?
Ma'am.
Has anyone told you that you will receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
Absolutely not.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation, your probation may be revoked or affected because of a guilty plea?
Absolutely, ma'am.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Ma'am.
And as to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Plead guilty, ma'am.
All right. And so you understand your conditions and terms and where you've got to stay away from and all these other things you need to do, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so I will accept your guilty plea. And good luck to you.
Ma'am.
And Your
All
Honor,
right.
once she completes the crime, she be allowed to go non-reporting.
State.
Your Honor, he has 90 cycles with a number of cases and convictions for criminal trespass, disorderly conduct, theft, drug, and drug paraphernalia cases, and several recent probation violations as well.
I'm going to have to deny that request.
Yes, Your
He
Honor.
needs to stay on probation for the 12 months, not get in any more trouble.
Ma'am.
We would ask also for 3 months of fee waivers. He is currently facing homelessness. We're gonna have him speak with our social worker regarding resources. So he will need time to establish income for those payments.
All right, I'll do a 3-month fee waiver.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next we got 46, Mr. Young.
Can you speak with caution?
All right, this is 26 CR 0000492Y. Derek Young, charged with 1 count of PI, 2nd count of criminal trespass. Do we need to stop streaming? I don't know what the facts are. We shouldn't get too much into them.
If we could just waive sounding, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, in this case, count 1, public indecency, the negotiated offer is 12 months to serve 28 days, credit for time served, balance probated, SDET, 40 hours of community service, a stay away from all MARTA premises and property in accordance with a permanent ban. And for count 2, criminal trespass, 12 months probation to run concurrent to count 1, and again, a stay away from all MARTA premises and property in accordance with a permanent ban. And we ask that the defendant stipulate to the facts and venue.
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea.
All right, Mr. Young, you wish to plead guilty? Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury? All right, and put your hand down for me. I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand your plea and that it is free and voluntary, all right? First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
Your Honor.
Okay, and are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, and do you understand that by pleading guilty, you will be giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
And that you, by pleading guilty, you would be waiving and giving up the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
And that by pleading guilty, you would be giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
And you are prepared and agree to waive these rights today, correct?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
And has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
And has anyone promised anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
And that you do understand that if you're currently on probation, that probation could be affected by a guilty plea today.
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
So as to the charge of PI, how do you plead?
Yes, Your Honor.
And as to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I will accept your guilty plea, and you do understand the terms and conditions, correct?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, you've got a permanent ban from MARTA. Isn't that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, be careful with that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Judge Menson,
Yes.
from the last case, did we say anything about probation? I'm sorry. Was he to remain on it the entire time?
We didn't say anything, so yeah, he would be the entire time.
Okay.
We have one more left.
That should be everyone for SAP.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
What happened with positions 9 through 10 and 38?
38 was a plea.
Oh, we did do that one. We did already? Okay.
9
Did
and
we do 38?
Did we do 38?
I don't think so.
I didn't.
No.
Saban?
Yeah, we didn't do that one.
We didn't do that one. 30. Did we?
38 and then 9 through 10.
Oh. Maybe we did. We do 38. I marked something on it. Maybe we did. Did we do that, Miss Lewis?
Yes, we did 38.
Oh,
We
I
did.
do
Oh,
recall
we
us
did.
doing. I'm
We
sorry.
did
I'm sorry.
38 because you did him
We
with the
did.
one-time return with law enforcement.
Oh, that's the one-time
Right.
return. Right.
Apologies.
Receive his personal items. I'll go with the counter when y'all ready.
9 and 10 was released.
That's correct.
Thank you.
For Gregory White, did you take it?
Okay. If we're ready to reconcile, we can do that real quick.
But we're ready with the DV case if you want.
Go ahead with the DV, Judge.
You want to do that first?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. All right.
And Ms. Lewis, he says his camera won't turn on because it's been disallowed by the host.
The host. Okay.
Okay. There you go.
All
Good
right.
morning. I was good afternoon. How
Good
y'all doing?
afternoon. This is 24 CR 005811A. Tommy Williams. The charge is 2 counts of battery family violence and 1 count of simple assault family violence.
Okay. And it's here for a bench warrant. Is there?
Right.
I'm not sure what is it that you need from me for this case?
Is this the one, Miss Lewis? Do we have anyone here from probation?
No. He failed to appear in court. And
Oh, this is just on an FTA.
This is just on an FTA to see if he can get it lifted up based on the reason why he missed court and if you grant it or not.
All right, Mr. White.
Judge, he missed court. He actually moved and he failed to change his address with the court. I explained to him that he's going to have to do that going forward. He was informed by his bonding company that he missed the court date, and as soon as he got that information, he went down to the courthouse. His address has been changed. The current address is correct, and typically they give one free hit. They miss court. The bench warrant is set aside. So we'd ask that the bench warrant be set aside. He does not intend. We've also explained that he can check the Fulton County website every couple of weeks to make sure his case is. He can double check that way just to make sure that he gets notice of his next court date.
Mm-hmm.
I have no
State?
objection. No objection.
All right, we will lift the FTA and Mr. Tommy Williams, be careful. Just keep checking.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll lift the FTA. Anything else we need to do, Ms. Lewis?
No, he just need to be cautious. It takes 24 to 48 hours for the warrant to be off the system, so just lay low.
I was going to say stay at home.
I'm here.
That's the best thing we can tell you. Stay at home for a couple of days.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, man.
All right, you're welcome. All right,
Okay, we can,
reconcile.
yeah, I'm ready to reconcile the calendar.
Okay.
And Judge,
Go ahead.
Yes.
just before we get rolling on that, I have position number 8. The state has asked for, this is the 4th time for a reset for a possible transfer to the DA's office. The 15th, 22nd, 29th, and now this week. Unless they can tell us that they know something today, we're just going to waive this case. Because, it's a month now.
Mm-hmm. State, do you have any updates?
The notes I have are just on this one, a 1-week reset for a felony transfer request. I'm not sure where it is in the process. That's what was passed on to me.
Well, it's been lately, we've had several of these that are 3-4 weeks gone, and that's not been the process before. It usually takes a week or two, and then there's somebody knows something. But if there's no new information, we're just going to enter a waiver on this case.
I have lots of information on other ones, so I'm assuming it's in the process because I do have information on others that aren't. But I can't speak to that other than it's a 1-week reset request.
And I understand you're not the one that's been handling this up to this point. It's not directed at you particularly. It's just sort of this a bit ridiculous that there's no answer at this point. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we got several cases on the calendar like that. So when I get to them, y'all can tell me you guys gonna waive them or do we said I only got one transfer order and I'll make that announcement on the calendar.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, starting with position number 1, waive arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. Position number 2, same announcement, reset for trial, waive arraignment. Ms. McLeod is going to be representing the individual. Position number 3 was a no-low plea. Position number 4 was a plea. Position number 5 is null pros. Position number 6, Butler was a plea. Position number 7 was a plea. Position number 8 is waive arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. Position number 9 was release. 10, release, reset further notice. Position number 11, waive arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. Position number 12 was a plea. 13 was a plea. 14 was a plea. 15 was a plea. Position 16 was a plea. 17 a plea. 18 was a plea. 19, waive arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. Position 20, waive arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. Ms. McLeod is representing. Position 21 was a plea. Position 22 was a plea. 23 was a plea. And 24 is null pros. Position 25 was a plea. Position 26, waiver arraignment, reset for trial, further notice, same announcement for 27 and 28. Position 29, I did receive the transfer order to Superior Court. The case is transferred to Superior Court. Position 30 is reset for next week, February the 12th, for a medical reason. Please confirm if you will need the Russian interpreter, because we did get that notice and we got your saying that, later on this morning, but it was too late to cancel the Russian instruction. So please let me know if we need that Russian interpreter soon.
We will need it in court, so.
Yeah. Position 31, and 32 and 33, all waiver arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. Position 34 was a plea. Position 35 was null pros. Position 36, defendant was released, reset further notice. Position 37, I think Mr. Smith is in that same category, Mr. White. He's been reset several times.
I'm gonna leave that up to Ms. Tucker, what she wants to do with it. It's her case.
For Mr. Smith, yes, this is the 4th reset, so we'll waive.
Okay, that's gonna be waived, reset for further notice for trial. Position 38 was a plea. Position 39 was a plea. Position 40 was null pros. Position 41, same scenario for Mr. Thomas.
We'll waive on that position as well.
All right. That case also will be reset further notice for trial, along with 42. Position 43 was a plea. Position 44 was a plea. Position 45 was a plea along with the add-on. Case number 26 CR 000118J, also enter a plea. Position 46 was a plea. And on the DV calendar, cases reset further notice, FTA set aside. Any questions or corrections?
For position 30, I don't know if Mr. White answered. I will be requesting a interpreter for next week. And I did send out that email at 5 p.m. yesterday, to which Mr. Jordan received. So that should have been enough notice for the court.
Okay,
Thank you.
we'll request one. I'll put the request in today for next week for February the 12th. Also, we gotta go over the competency calendar, Judge.
Right. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Excuse me, Judge Mincy.
Yes.
Do you anticipate any pleas from the competency calendar today?
Usually not, right, Ms. Lewis?
It's up to Mr. Bartell. He'll answer that
See when he
question.
gets on. Mr. Bartels, the court reporter's asking if you need her or not. Are there going to be any pleas or anything?
Yes, good morning, everybody. Ms. Greenhouse, will be one for Mr. Johnson.
Okay, if we could
Thank
take that first so we could let Miss Greenhouse go have some lunch, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Appreciate that.
Usually I don't, but I don't do these often enough to know. That's why I asked Ms. Lewis and Bartels, Mr. Bartels.
Well, each week the judge will ask, 'cause sometimes there are, sometimes there aren't, but thank you.
Okay, no worries. All right, if you're ready, Mr. Bartels, we're ready when you are.
Your Honor, if I may, may
Yes.
I be excused? ASG Morris, I believe, is taking over at this point, and I wanted to thank you for.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Hi, ASG Morris.
Good morning, Judge. I will be filling in for Ms. Tucker this morning on the competency calendar.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What position we're entering a plea on, Mr. Bartell?
This is number 3, Your Honor, Mr. Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, this is 25 CR 007474A, Glenn Johnson, charges 1 count of criminal trespass and damage to property. Go ahead, Mr. Bartell, or state rather. Either
I'm so
way.
sorry. I need to pull this up and my
Oh, okay.
computer just froze. I apologize.
And Your Honor, I will state that we did get an evaluation a little while ago on Mr. Johnson, finding him not competent, but he is doing much better now. I believe he's been on medications for several weeks, and we're comfortable proceeding today.
Okay.
And Your Honor, this is Mr. Johnson's case, correct?
Yes.
For count one, the state is offering 12 months, serve 160 days, credit for the time that has been served, which is 80 days today, balance probated, mental health evaluation and treatment if recommended, and a stay away from 685 Law Street, located in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And
All right.
that's the agreement, Your Honor, and we would stipulate for venue, jurisdiction, and factual basis for purposes of the plea.
Okay. All right. And Mr. Johnson, I understand you want to plead guilty today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me so I can swear you in first? Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury? All right. Put your hand down for me. You gotta speak a little louder so the court reporter can hear you, okay? Or maybe come a little closer. I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand your plea, okay? All right. The first question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol at this time that would impair your understanding? All right. Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
No.
All right. And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are agreeing and prepared to waive these rights today, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And has anyone told you that you will receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty today? Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Have they told you that you would receive a lesser sentence if you pled guilty?
No.
No? Okay. And has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No.
All right. And you understand that if you're currently on probation, that probation could be affected by a guilty plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes, ma'am. I do.
All right. And as to the charge of criminal trespass and damage to property, how did you plead?
I plead guilty.
All right. I will accept your guilty plea and the conditions you've heard as far as to stay away. And anyway, we will accept that plea, and that is it.
Your Honor, we would ask if the court would consider waiving the first 2 months of probation fees and allow him to go non-reporting once he's gotten the evaluation done.
State, do you have any objection to non-reporting?
Yes, Ms. Morris, you're on mute.
Ms. Yeah. ASG Morris, do you have any objection to this defendant going non-reporting after he's completed the conditions?
No objection from the state, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. He can go non-reporting after he's completed the conditions, and I'll waive the first 3 months.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
So what?
Okay.
Yes. Do I take it to a type of the back to the probation office? Okay. Thank you, Mr.
Will they give me all the addresses?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
And before we go further, Judge, we need to clear the screen of who don't need to be on here and stop the live stream.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Greenhouse.
Thank you, Judge Mency.
All right. Bye-bye.